Sammy Baugh, though 36 years old and with 15 seasons of pro competition behind him, gives no signs of nearing the end of his amazing career.
Art Monk is now number one, the most prolific pass receiver in the National Football League's history. Touchdown, Washington Redskins.
This is Harry Hog Football, the original Redskins fans podcast. On today's show, we talk about the game between the Washington Redskins and the New York Giants, and how it was not a debacle, but it very well could have been. This and much, much more live with Aaron and John. Yo, 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 what's up, John?
Yo, 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 what's up?
Excellent! Welcome, everybody. Harry Hog Football, episode number 441, in which we talk about the Thanksgiving Day matchup that was almost a debacle on national television, but it wasn't.
You know why it wasn't? Because it was so boring and so late on a fill-your-stomach Thanksgiving, and I don't know, you and I and the 13 other people watching it on television to the very end probably thought we had a really good time. Well, no, that probably didn't care, because like the third quarter, I was just like, God, this game is so awful.
And the 13 people in the stands.
Yeah. But, dude, today the Giants put him on the bench, Eli Manning. 210 starts, and he's on the bench this weekend for Geno Smith.
Geno Smith? He still plays?
I know, that's what I thought too. I was like, wow, he still has a job? That's awesome. Good for him.
He sold
Will be
all of
known
his...
as the guy. Oh, man, just terrible.
Like
The
to
guy
give a
who
shout...
benched Eli Manning.
After he lost to the lowly Redskins, they were like, dude, you lost to the Redskins? And they only had like 30-some yards passing deep into the fourth quarter.
Oh, he was terrible. He was throwing it up, down, all around. He could barely hit a receiver, and when he did, they were dropping it.
I want to give a shout-out to our benevolent sponsor, Desmond C. Lee 2. Or Desmond C. Lee. You can reach him at Desmond C. Lee 2 on Twitter. And the reason why it's 2 instead of just Desmond C. Lee is because it was perhaps...
Hacked or taken.
Or taken.
Yeah.
There's
Either
a lot
way.
of guys named Desmond C. Lee out there. Where's Josh, dude?
Who said
I
that,
have
dude?
No idea.
Josh is not here again.
Oh man.
I don't know where he is.
He's trying to go defeated, just like Joe Barry.
He hasn't been on one episode, and this is Dallas week, and he's still not on there.
Yeah.
Dude.
Anyway, I'd like to give a shout out to the dudes that are in the chat. We got a new dude in here this week named Glass Hand Studios. I don't know who that would be, but welcome to the chat. Hopefully it's not a Dallas fan. Alamo City Live Music, what's up? B&G Buns, a.k.a. Rabbit Rads, already in the chat room.
Yo.
So, yo.
Glass Hand Studio said, I can't wait.
He must be an avid listener, dude, because he knows.
Maybe he is. It's just his first time tuning in.
Maybe.
Maybe it's Josh.
Maybe it is. Maybe he's like posing as Glass Hand Studios.
You know what I'm
Dude,
saying?
you know not. Josh is like walking around Chapel Hill.
I can't wait.
It's warm tonight, you know.
I can't wait.
Can't wait.
Anyway, are we going to talk about this game? Do you even remember it? Here's what I remember. Ryan Kerrigan was huge. How many sacks did he have? Let me look at the stats.
He had two.
Two? He had a lot of hurries, though.
He did. He hit the quarterback, I think, a couple of times. And his he had 5 tackles, 2 sacks.
He was huge.
He kind of kicked some butt. He was very huge.
Jamison Crowder came up huge. P. Rind turned in another 100-yard performance.
Yep.
P. Rind
Good
actually, I got to hand it to you, dude. Because I was saying that he sucked so horribly.
Yeah.
And you were like, you got to give him time. In the last couple games, he's been turning it up a notch.
Now, I'll shoot myself in the foot and say this was against two not top 10 opponents, but he's doing all right. I think he's going to be a pretty decent running back. I just, he was a rookie, or he is a rookie. I don't even remember what round we picked him in, but it wasn't like the first couple of rounds. He just needs time to mature.
It was like the 5th or 6th round, I think.
Yeah.
B&G Buns will remember.
Maybe. I'm too old.
Too old. It was hard enough for me just to stay up and watch that game.
It was hard.
It came on after my bed. I go to bed at 8:45. Came on at 8:30. You know what I'm saying?
I know exactly what you're saying. I'm glad I did not have to work the next day.
Yeah.
So I'm just sitting there on the couch, like dominating my stomach as I'm just sitting there going, "Oh man, I'm so full."
Dude, I was so full coming home from my sister-in-law's house that I thought my stomach was literally going to explode. Kind of like the time we had to take Josh to the hospital remember in New York? Remember we were coming back from Amish country in Pennsylvania, and we went to one of those like Amish German smorgasbords they have there where it's all you can eat family style.
Snell. Yeah.
And Josh ate so much food that literally his stomach was about to explode, and we had to take him to the hospital. He was like, dude, I think there's something seriously wrong with me, like a gallstone or a heart attack or something. And they do all these tests on Josh's stomach, and he's in there for like hours. And then it turned out to be the doctor. I was like, what's wrong with him? The doctor was like, he just ate too much. Oh my goodness.
He just ate too much. B&G says P. Ryan was 4th round pick, number 114.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
I think he's a pretty good pickup. He was like the leading rusher at like Nebraska or something, was he?
Oklahoma.
One of those states.
Oklahoma. one of those past Midwest states.
Yeah, one of those
Midwest
West states.
Yeah.
Who's protesting Josh? Josh is protesting?
Maybe Josh is protesting. Perhaps.
You never know with Josh.
Yeah, that is true.
We need him on here to do the Taint No Itch commercial. I'm going to text him. You talk about something Redskins related while I text Josh.
Well, Eli sucked.
Eli Manning sucked. I'm going to give you his stats. Eli Manning,
really bad.
he was 13 of 27. That's less than 50% completion for 113 yards and 1 interception. And I remember hearing that 30 some of those yards came on their last drive when they were down 10. So
And
if you
they were
take
just pass the ball up the middle.
so basically 80 yards before that last drive through the entire game.
Yeah, yeah. And on the last drive, they did what they always do to start throwing the ball up the middle for like 20 yards. Just yeah, the Gruden stuff that's never fixable. That 4th and 1, and disastrous clock management. What was it that what was it that Jay Gruden did in this game that just made me say, you know what, I think I'm done. I think I'm done with Jay Gruden finally.
It had to do with the timeout or something, didn't it?
I'm trying to remember what it was. He did a.
It was early on, though.
He did that, and then they went back to the play, and Kirk Cousins brought the team into a huddle.
Oh yeah,
And there were like 11 seconds left on the play clock. And it was like, dude, get your ass on the line, dude, and get up there and hike the ball. What's your problem? Look at the clock.
Yeah. Thanks for refreshing my memory. Yeah. So basically, he called a timeout and then didn't give Cousins a play.
And didn't give Cousins a play in the timeout. He just set him out to go hang out in the huddle.
And Cousins is
And
like
it's not like
waving
his
at the
first
sideline,
week.
like, what's the play? And then we get a delay of game after a timeout. That's embarrassing, dude.
Yeah. And it's not the first time, and it's Jay Gruden does this every week. And that's why I was like, we're never going to get over that hump of being mediocre when we have Jay Gruden there. We need someone who is a better coach if we want to be a better team. And that's why I said, that's it. I'm done. I can't. what are we like? 5-6, 11 games. So 16, 16, 32, 48, 58, 59 games that Jay Gruden has coached the Washington Redskins. He's had bad clock management in 59 of those 59 games.
Yeah.
He's not going to get better at this point. So if you guys want to deal with a mediocre coach for the rest of who knows how long you want to keep him here, then start rooting for Jay Gruden, but I'm done.
And if you do want to keep Jay Gruden, if you do want to keep him,
you have to at least get rid of little Juice Gruden.
Yeah. Listen to my proposal here. If you're gonna keep Jay Gruden, let's trade in Little Deuce Juice for a clock management specialist that in the last 2 minutes of each half has total control over timeout calling, challenge calling duties. So, because Jay Gruden can't do it. And we know what Deuce Juice, how he affects the team. He like tries to juice them up so much that they all get injured.
Yeah, exactly.
Everyone, we got to get rid of Juice.
That's what it comes down. We just need to get rid of all the Grudens.
At least the ones that we have.
Yeah.
Deuce and Jay.
Jay and Jay Jr.
Is Jay
Barf
Jr.
Jr.
Jay Jr. he was the official microphone cable carrying guy, but then they got wireless.
Yeah.
They
Now he's
finally
just standing
upgraded.
around in like coach's clothes, but not really doing anything because 17 or whatever he is.
Yes, I did say duties. What's Deuce Juice's duties? It's gonna be the name of this episode.
Duties.
Deuce Juice's duties. So, all right, we have to bring this up because it was mentioned all over the social media networks.
Yeah.
What was up with the field? It sucks. Someone said that it looked like a tractor, like when it drove up and down the middle of it right before the game.
The worst field. There are teams with Green Bay has a natural field in their stadium. Why does their field not look like our crap field every year?
Yeah, and they're like way up in cold country.
They have wires they run through the ground to keep it from freezing there. And yet their field looks a lot better than ours every year.
There's single A college fields that look a lot better than ours.
Man. It all comes down to Dan Snyder.
Can I say one thing about Dan Snyder?
He sucks.
Do you guys know what I'm going to say? If you don't,
He's
you've
mediocre.
never listened to this podcast before.
Yeah. Thank you. I'm not even going to yell it.
I think that the league needs to send Dan Snyder a letter that says that he's done things detrimental to the league. Just like Jerry Jones and his son. Speaking of, it's Dallas week. We're totally going to destroy those dudes.
Absolutely. We better.
I saw an article today that was like, Dak Prescott, what did it say? Hold on. Dak Prescott poised to basically destroy the Redskins.
Dak Prescott looks like a pretty average quarterback on that team right now. He when they don't have Ezekiel Elliott in, he's just an average guy. And the offensive line there is definitely past their prime of a few years ago. So I don't know. Dak Prescott was really good last year, but this year without Ezekiel Elliott in, he's really not good. But Ezekiel Elliott has got to be like the motor of that team. So,
yeah.
I don't know.
So all right, last week when I was all doom and gloom, saying like, all right, season's done, let's rest everyone. All of a sudden with Dallas losing and other stuff happening, we're still somehow in the wild card hunt. We're only like, what, one game out of it? Behind Seattle?
We're a little bit more than that, dude.
Seattle's 6-4. And when I saw that chart, they were like the top of the wild card list. And then it was like, oh, maybe we're close. We're within 1 or 2 games. I'm not even kidding. Oh, hey, what's up? Bubbles is in the chat. Kevin Douglas. He's talking about Gruden. Who we're going to get that's better than Gruden?
Yeah, see, that's kind of the flip side of that whole argument. Yeah, Aaron, you're exactly right. Oh, you are exactly right. Aaron's like, Let me go dust off
wait.
my resume.
Him. John Adams.
Oh, me out there calling plays? I'd just be like, run a quarterback sneak. That would be awesome.
Yeah.
I'm just so kind of done with all of this Grudenism. It's like we're always mediocre with them. We're never going to get better. We have the same problem week in, week out, season after season. What do you want to do?
Kevin Douglas says that we have a 60% chance of going to the playoffs if the Skins win out.
Yeah?
That's better than 0%.
If the Skins win out.
If
If.
we win out.
Yeah, I heard on the Junkies, which they broadcast down here in Hair Hog Studios East area, Virginia Beach, Chesapeake area. One of the guys on there is a super Redskins fan, and he was just like, "I'm so optimistic. I can't believe the Redskins fans aren't calling in and blah 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 blah." And everyone on there is like, it's not a pipe dream to think the Redskins are going to go on another undefeated run like they've done twice recently at the end of the season for like 5, 6, whatever wins. But man, that's really, I mean, that's why you watch the games every week, so you get that. But I don't know. I'm pretty. I don't know. I feel mediocre about that, just like I feel mediocre about the whole mediocre team.
All right. Sorry, I was wrong. Alamo City Live Music just put up the wild card race.
Yeah.
And as usual, I'm incorrect.
Well, I
Don't
knew
believe
that.
everything you hear on the internet or see.
Or on Harry Hog Football.
Or on here.
For sure.
We rely on the chat window. Sources say, i.e. the chat window, that the playoff picture is like this. Brought to you by Alamo City Live Music. The wild card, Carolina, Atlanta, Seattle, Detroit, Green Bay, and I guess then us. And
No,
Dallas?
Dallas has to be ahead of us.
'Cause they beat
because
us.
they get the tiebreaker.
Yeah. So Dallas, then us. But after this week, us, then Dallas.
We'll only be 5 spots out of the sixth place finish in the NFC. In the NFC. We're not even talking about the NFL. This is just the NFC. Crazy.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I don't
Man.
think. Yeah. But anyway, that dude was saying, the optimistic dude. I'd be more optimistic about it if we didn't have 52 injuries.
That's a really big point. But I don't know. And that very well could be why he's probably going to be here again next year, is because he's got 52 injuries everywhere. It's unbelievable.
I gotta say, I'm not really deep down calling for his head at this point like we were Norv. I don't think he's reached those lows
not
yet.
at all. Yeah. I'm just like, we're never going to get better.
I mean, he's had some bad breaks with the injuries, and then to top that off, he has people like Sua Cravens.
Right, dude. Second round pick who comes in, he's like, I don't think I'm going to play anymore.
And then Josh Doxson is just now starting to play.
Yeah.
You know, he's had some bad breaks, and then we had what they say was the roughest first half of the season of any other team.
And they say that the rest of our season, the last 5 games, is some people say it's the easiest rest of the season, I guess you can say. Like the last 5 games for the Redskins is the easiest schedule for any other team out of the 32. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, Kevin Douglas brings up an interesting point. If we can go 8-8, winning 3 more games, then that's 3 straight 500 seasons, and
which is much better than we had with the last couple of Shanahan years.
Yeah, I mean,
or maybe the last one. But
and another positive for Jay Gruden, since you're trying to throw him under the bus and I'm defending him, playing the devil's advocate.
Which is weird because I'm usually kind of defending him, but
how much drama have we had compared to the Shanahan years? None.
Very little. Yeah. But is that like a relative thing? Because I mean, we always have tons of drama with Daniel Snyder and the ownership and everything like that. They can't sign Kirk Cousins to a long-term deal.
That's the drama.
So,
But it's not even really drama. He's just like, okay, I'll play.
and he's getting. I mean, he's made almost $50 million. So, in 2 seasons. So it's
Yeah.
it. I don't know.
I'm
I'm
glad.
sick of us being mediocre, man.
All right, look, me too. But I'm glad Kevin Douglas is in the chat tonight. He's bringing up some interesting points that I want to talk about. Philly, he says, is walking on a lie. They played the easiest schedule thus far. I have to say that when I watched Philly play us, they were like one of the few teams that I thought were just like head and shoulders better
Yeah.
as a team. Like, I wasn't like, oh, we could have won that game.
I felt like that in the first week, and I was like, oh, we could go a couple more weeks and get into
People
the
back.
rhythm of the season. Yeah, and we'll be good. And then the second time, I was just like, they just beat us.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I feel the same way. And then my friend who's a Bears fan came over to watch the game on Sunday because, of course, I wasn't watching the Redskins game. And they were playing the Eagles, and it was like, I was just like, man, they're just smoking. Not that the Bears are good, but they just smoked them.
Yeah.
It was rough for him.
Yeah.
He still watched the entire game like a good fan.
Yeah. That's
Bears.
understandable.
But anyway, yeah, I would love to see the Eagles get in and lose the first round of the playoffs. That would be fine with me.
Yeah.
And
0 Super Bowl.
we're going to keep it that way, hopefully.
Hopefully, yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
But I mean, they're kind of the cream of the crop right now. They're one of the top teams. So who knows? We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. They'll blow it, as usual. All right, so do we want to go into our games and kicks?
Sure.
Okay.
It's time for this week's Kicking the Balls Award.
This week's Kicking the Balls Award is brought to you by
Ain't no it.
Tain't No Itch. And Josh didn't record the commercial for us. Anyway, do you want to go with your kick?
My kick goes to whoever it was that grabbed that punt and or the kick and just like, no, it was a punt and just like nonchalantly jogged into the end zone.
His name was Robinson. I've never heard of him before.
Swiss family.
Swiss fan.
Robinson.
And like, I think it was
nonchalantly was just like, do. And Quentin Dunbar ran after him and put his hands out. You could tell he was like, what are you doing?
Yeah, and that was on national television.
On national television.
Yeah.
That was amazing to see that in the NFL. That's just the crap that we have, man. Unbelievable.
Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and give mine. That's who I was going to give my kick to.
Yeah.
But I'm going to go ahead and give mine to Josh Doxson for a 2-play sequence on 3rd and like 10 or 12 or some long distance, and he was 1 yard short. I think it was 3rd. And then we went on 4th down, and he dropped the pass that would have given us the first down. So that's who mine's going to.
Was that what happened, or did he do the opposite of that? Like drop 3rd, and then he got 4th down?
No, he caught 3rd, but he was a yard shy. And then he dropped 4th. And the Peanut Gallery, go ahead and put you guys' kicks in there. For those of you not joining us on YouTube, going from one of the traditional channels, please realize that you can join us live on YouTube. We try to do it on Tuesday nights at 7, and we tweet it out. And we'll tweet it out if we're not going to make it, which happens.
Yep, sometimes.
And, yeah, you on YouTube, you can go in the little chat, and we'll be able to read your comments live.
What are you doing?
And be sure to subscribe to our channel, because we only need, are you ready for this? Is it 15 more?
15 more.
Subscribers to get our own personal URL. It'll be like youtube.com/HarryHog or something. Easy
I
to
think at the
remember.
beginning of the season, like someone was just like, by the end of, we may have 100 listeners or 100 subscribers by the end of the season. and right now we're 15 shy with 5 to go, people.
Yeah, come on, dudes. Come on. I feel like we're on like a telethon. For just
Thank you
$0
for
a
that
month.
call.
For just $0 a month, you can subscribe and be a supporting member of Harry Hog Football. All right,
Thank
so
you.
the
Thank you
kick
for
and the
that
balls
call.
are coming into the chat room. Let's see what we got. La, 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 la. Where are they? Okay, FedEx Field, B&G Buns, a.k.a. Rabbit Reds, giving it to the field for just being horrible and amateur at best.
Yeah.
Alamo City Live Music gives his to Byron Marshall for setting up and allowing that interception. Oh, yeah. Yeah. He just was like, whoop, here you guys go.
Yeah.
At first, I was blaming Kirk Cousins, and John was like, wait, it wasn't his fault, dude.
I was like, you were just like, dude, and I was like, no, it wasn't his fault. Watch the replay.
Hey, Michael Graff is now in the chat. You better hurry up and give your kick, dude. Also, our new sustaining member at $0 a month, Glass Hand Studios, better give their kick in the Balls Award. He's probably a Dallas fan.
I don't know. Maybe some weird fan, like he's a Browns fan, or
Dude,
I
I
don't
feel
know,
more sorry
Kansas
for
City
them.
Chiefs fan. Kirk's foot got stuck in the crap side. Yep. That's what I was saying. It's like we don't have all this drama because we've had this drama for so long. We're used to this drama. We're used to the drama of FedEx Field sucking. We're used to the ownership sucking.
The
We're
players
used to
are
the coaches
used to
being
it.
mediocre.
The players are used to the field sucking.
Yeah. Ugh. Just spray paint the grass, man.
So, Michael Graff is giving his to Vernon Davis, VD, for forgetting his shoe. What does that mean? Did I miss something on that?
I'm not sure.
I don't know. He didn't have any catches, did he?
I don't know. I'm looking
I
at
don't
it
think he did either.
right now.
Bubbles for Jay Gruden for being an idiot and not sending a play during the timeout. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think Vernon Davis had any catches whatsoever.
He
I
did
don't see
not.
him.
He did not. He got targeted once.
I do also want to point out, and I kind of like this about the Redskins. If you look at, we always have like a lot of receivers that have a few catches instead of like one or two guys that catch a lot.
Yeah.
I kind of like that because it kind of keeps the defense guessing. Dude, I'm looking at the stat sheet, and Byron Marshall on our stat picture still has a Eagles jersey on.
Whoops.
All right, and all right,
Byron
well,
And now, the coveted and ever elusive Game Ball Award.
Game Ball Award also brought to you by none other than Taint No Itch. And
We're gonna
Josh
need
is not here
Josh
to do
to,
the commercial.
Shock. I think we need him to get to come up with a new commercial. Actually, at this point.
Yeah, do you want to go with your game ball?
No, you go first on this one.
All right, I have a game ball.
Yeah.
And then I have a mini game ball. I'm going to give my game ball to, this was a tough one, but Ryan Kerrigan for setting the tone on that defense.
Yeah. No lie.
2 sacks. I think he had like 4 or 5 tackles, and he was like constant pressure the whole night.
Yeah.
And my mini game ball is going to go to someone named Vigil, who I never even knew was on the team, and he somehow cracked the starting lineup.
He's a long-haired white guy. I didn't know we had any of those guys on the team.
Yeah, I saw him make a tackle too.
Yeah. Way to go, Vigil.
They were like going through, and here's the Redskins starting defense, Vigil, and I'm like, who is this guy?
Yeah, no lie.
Anyway,
I'm going to give my game ball to Junior Gillette for having a sack. Very important sack there late in the game.
yep. Yeah.
Nice to see him coming back, getting some some stuff back with his shortened Achilles,
Yeah.
ACL.
It was great to see a nice big sack.
Yeah, yes it was.
Dude, can I point something else out that we didn't discuss? D. Hall is no longer playing. Everett, I guess, or something.
Yeah, I saw him on the sidelines too. That was a good point.
So he basically got benched after that horrible outing.
He had 2 games in a row that were horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of like what we said was going to happen, really.
Mm-hmm. So,
Yeah. Sorry, D Hall.
man, I hope I don't drop. This is weird. All of a sudden, I get this like thing up on my computer that says system CPU 73%. Maybe I should close out some stuff.
Hey, we got Chris J in the UK.
Oh, we do?
We got a kick to Jay for not using VD, and he said a game ball to Crowder. Crowder had a huge game. How do we forget that guy?
I didn't forget him. I just gave mine. I was going to say Crowder and P. Rind were my other offensive game balls.
P. Ryan barely cracked 100 yards on 24 carries. I would give him my game ball, but I want to give it to Crowder. Crowder had a really, really good game. The Giants really, really suck. Don't forget that. But Crowder had a really good game.
Yeah.
141 yards and 7 catches. I mean, he was big time in that game. So,
Yep.
Crowder.
And what about in the peanut gallery? Because I closed out Chrome because my CPU usage was at 76%. I was getting scared.
76.
I don't know what causes that. I'm just sitting here and it's like CPU usage and starts going through the roof and like I hear this fan like kicking on. And I'm like, oh no, we're gonna lose the feed.
Oh man.
So I'm down to 53% now. So I guess I'm good.
Maybe something was going on there.
Maybe like some like Facebook or something was spying on my computer.
Most likely, yeah.
Anyway.
Oh, did you watch that Joe Gibbs Football Life from Friday? I haven't watched it yet.
No, I'm gonna have to watch that.
Yeah.
I do know that I saw a little preview for it, and they were saying something about Joe Gibbs will discuss his Leather Balls Award that he gave out. So I really want to see this because I'm like, I didn't know Joe Gibbs had the balls to give out a Leather Balls Award. And apparently he's like filmed and he says, "Can I say balls?
Can I say balls?
Can I say that? Can I say that?" Oh, by the way, I think Kevin Douglas was asking who we would get instead of Gruden. Joe Gibbs 3.0, y'all.
Yeah, right.
You saw what he did with that crap team he had in 2.0. Still made the playoffs.
He's in the Hall of Fame in 2 professional sports. That's big time.
That's big time. I think he's done, though. He doesn't want to deal with Dan Snyder.
Oh, man. Yeah, going in that. Yeah, I wouldn't want to either.
Wait, hold on. Joe Gibbs has been making a lot of money from NASCAR, right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Bear with me here.
Championships, man.
See
He's
where
got
I'm going with
multiple
this.
champions.
If it can be proven that Dan Snyder has done something detrimental to the league and he's forced to sell the team, I'm just saying.
Are you saying what Josh said all those years ago, that if every fan donated $1 to our Buy the Team fund?
No. I'm saying
Okay.
Joe Gibbs could buy the team.
He might be able to do that. He might be able to see what we need to do with Dan Snyder, unless he has like a heart attack and just dies. No offense, dude. Even though you did like make my first heart fail.
Yeah.
Unless he just passes away suddenly, he's not ever probably going to sell the team. So
If he were to sell the team, though, don't you think it would help him make that decision if he knew it was going to someone like Joe Gibbs?
I would never sell the team. I would die before I would sell a football team, before I would sell a professional sports team.
But if the league made him because he was detrimental, which he is, to the league,
That
he had
means you
to
would
sell
have
it
to
to
be a
somebody.
worse owner than Jerry Jones. You would have to be a worse owner than Al Davis, who moved the team to LA and then back to Oakland and sued the NFL, I think for both moves. I can't remember. He was suing the NFL, the league he worked for, multiple times. And they didn't fire him for being detrimental. So I don't know, dude. I think this might be a bit of a fool's folly.
And now they're back in, or now they're in Vegas.
Yeah, right. Or they're going to be.
Dude, they move more than a military person.
Yeah, no lie.
All right, what else are we doing here before we wrap this thing up?
We got to joke the Cowboys some more.
Oh, yeah. Do we want to pull up their
or,
stats
you know,
from the last game?
I don't care.
I hate the
They suck.
Cowboys.
Yeah, I hate the Cowboys.
We're
And you
playing
know
them on
what?
Thursday night, dudes. Don't forget.
Yeah, it's on another game on Thursday after we just had a game on Thursday. Terrible for the NFL to do Thursday night games. They're
At
awful.
least, hey, at the very least, after we beat Dallas, we're going to have like 10 days to recover a little bit. We might get some
Yeah.
people back.
Yeah, that would be nice.
So if we can get through that game with somehow get a W with our scrubs,
Double super scrub.
10 days, we might get some people back. I heard that Jordan Reed might play in this game coming up.
Maybe.
How many times have we said that? How many episodes?
How many episodes have we said we should have traded him? We should have tried to see what we could get for him.
Oh, you can add one more.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying, dude. I know what you're saying.
Hey, I'm down to 41% CPU usage. Maybe I could turn the chat window back on.
Maybe. Let's see what's going on in there.
Nothing.
Hmm.
Absolutely nothing. Do you want
Yeah.
to go through the injury report real quick? I'm not going to pull it
I don't
up.
have it.
All right, unless B&G Buns can pop it in there real quick, then we're not going to do an injury report.
So
Trent
Um,
Williams played.
he's playing. He may play Thursday night. He may not. Excuse me while I put my chapstick on. We went with what was up with that Lodeholt guy? Bergstrom guy there at center, our third string center. Did we get him from like Kmart?
Bergstrom. I think he came from like the Vikings or somewhere. Or Detroit.
Okay.
Why? What about him besides the fact that he's not that great?
It just goes to prove
that Dan Snyder
his biggest.
is the leading.
Oh man. Yep. Well, there we go.
To the Honorable Leo Pittman III. Speak louder. Howard Johnson is right. That movie cracks
Oh
me up.
man, it's one of the best movies of all time.
That wouldn't be able to be made these days because it's too on PC.
It's so on PC. It's great. Well, I guess that'll round it up, dude.
I think that about rounds it up. I don't feel like joking the Cowboys until after we beat them on 2 nights.
We'll let our play on the field joke them for us.
Yep.
And by our, I mean the teams, because it's not really us at all whatsoever.
Yeah.
I get broken in half.
If it was us, we would run a quarterback sneak on 4th and 6 inches.
There
By the way, we have to call out there was another 3rd and less than 1 or 2 in this game that we didn't make. There was a 3rd and 6 inches we didn't make, and there was a 4th and 1 that we didn't make. I know, at least. Anyway, on a positive note, we won. And on that,
we won.
hail to the Redskins.
Yep.
We'll talk to you guys next week after we beat the Dallas Cowboys on Thursday night.
Yeah.
Let's I
give a
think they're
shout out to
Zekeless, right?
everyone.
At this moment, they're still Zekeless. He hasn't gotten put back in for this one game against Washington.
I know, right? Nope, he's out for 6 games total. Hail the Redskins. They're check out Desmond Seeley on Twitter. Desmond Seeley too. Check us out. Harry Hogg.
At Harry Hogg on Twitter. Be sure to subscribe to the podcast. We'll talk to you guys next week. And if you see a Cowboys fan,
You know what to do.
Joke 'em!